We need to talk.
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 Welcome back to another episode of We Need to Talk. It's just us today. It's just us. I know you guys got used to these guests, huh?
Yeah.
I got them spoiled for a little bit. It's just us. This is our podcast, so we wanted to do one with us just to thank you guys for this is our 6th episode.
Yeah.
6 weeks.
It's gone by
6
quick.
weeks. It's gone by real quick.
Quick.
I have nothing but good things to say about it. It's like almost 2 months.
I know. But yeah, like Ryan was saying, don't worry, we're gonna have guests back on the show, but we're just in the middle of like scheduling everything that's going on. We're gonna be making some changes to the podcast. We're grateful for all the feedback that we've been getting. A lot of people that I didn't even expect would be listening to the podcast have been.
This guy has coworkers listening to our podcast.
I know.
Coworkers.
For real. And it's like
I'm trying to get you in trouble too.
It's problematic a little bit because sometimes I wonder what they really think about me, and then they hear the podcast and they might have a different point of view. But regardless, we're very appreciative of everything that we're getting, right? So this week's podcast isn't going to be as long as the previous ones.
It might be.
It might. Well, yeah. I say that now.
I don't time these. Whatever happens. It might not be as long because the discussions get super long when there's one extra person added to the mix. But we want to start off by letting you guys know there'll be some changes to our podcast time based on feedback we received, based on what we're noticing, based on the time. We want to start off with Sundays at 10, which has been working. You guys have been, supporting. You guys have been real riding for the We Need to Talk podcast for Sundays at 10. But we realized Sundays at 10 was a good time to start. But I think moving forward, a Friday night kind of vibe was kind of something we're looking for. Allow you guys who don't have a chance to listen to on Friday, you still have Saturday and you get Sunday and you can kind of push it into the week. We were noticing if you have it on Sunday at 10. If you guys don't have a chance, if you guys aren't home, a lot of people listen to on Monday the following day and, they're at work or they're busy. They might have a chance to, to tune in and tweet us during the weekend. Like, I think Friday gives us a better opportunity to engage with you guys over the weekend. You guys can follow our pages and tweet us. And I think during the weekend is just a better opportunity to get this out there and as many viewers and listeners as possible.
The way I couldn't agree more with the changing of the time. I was talking to Ryan today about some of the people that are actually listening to the podcast. And there's a guy that basically has been following Ryan's content on his KOA Talk channel. Yeah. And this dude lives in South Africa. And I was like, yo, we have people in South Africa listening to
this
her.
This guy says that Sunday at 10, this guy said he has to wake up at 5 a.m.
I know.
5 a.m. to catch that. So he's like, that's too early for me. So I think a Friday, he'll be up and he can get on the weekend.
Exactly.
We're not accommodating for South Africa, but we're kind of accommodating for South Africa. and everybody else, of course. Just overall, I think it's a better time. And
also, shout out to the people on Twitter who have been like...
Twitter's funny. Twitter's mad funny.
I know. A lot of...
We Need to Talk. Our Twitter is WNTT Live, for you guys who don't know.
I'm almost positive that there are some people that listen to the podcast that straight up think I'm crazy. Like, when they reply to some of the stuff that we have going on, they're like, boy, that top boy sure is crazy. And I'm just like, nah, you guys are just whack. You just don't understand my point of view.
They're whack.
You guys aren't whack. I wouldn't be here without you.
They're whack. You know a lot of people call you crazy. Eventually you have to realize if everyone is calling me crazy, are they whack? Are they whack? So everyone's whack.
Listen. I understand that viewpoint.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure, like, when people say, "Oh, that person's whack," that person's whack, so everyone's against you, Top Boy? Just everyone?
No, not everyone's against me. It was a joke. Right? Anyway, this week we're just gonna be talking. Basically, the topics will be random today. A lot of people,
super random.
A lot of people have been reaching out saying, "You guys should talk about this. You guys should talk about that." So I've put together a list of questions that I've received in the past week. And we're just going to go through them. And
for you guys who don't know, these are not recorded live. Well, they were recorded live, but these are not posted live.
Yeah.
So today's Monday. It's February 13th.
Yes.
Tomorrow's Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
So this was actually one of the questions I got today. And I'm not going to use names. I won't use names, I won't use names, but basically...
Anonymous. You guys send us anything you want. Anonymous.
Basically, one of my boys asked, he said, what is your opinion on holidays in general And then he only brought this up because of Valentine's Day is tomorrow, right? Now, the preface is he's single. He's not in a relationship.
Valentine's Day is a holiday, though.
It's not a holiday, but
it's a corporate holiday.
It's marked in the calendar. It's marked in the calendar. You know, it's not a holiday.
It's marked in the calendar as a special.
It's not a holiday, but you know what I mean.
Fair enough. Yep.
So he isn't in a relationship, right? He's single. I'm pretty sure the dude's dating or whatever, and he like.
Of course, he's dating.
Yeah, and he has an opinion. he has an opinion on it. He himself thinks that it's more so for the women than it is for the men. Right?
Valentine's Day specifically?
Yeah.
Or holidays in general?
Valentine's Day specifically, but he then went off into other holidays too.
Yeah, more questions for those too.
Yeah, we can talk about it in general.
So Valentine's Day specifically, since it's tomorrow, are you asking if it's more for the women?
Yeah.
Is that a rhetorical question?
I'm asking you.
It sounds rhetorical.
It's not rhetorical. I'm telling you what he told me. So I'm asking you.
It's
what is your opinion?
It's definitely for the women.
Okay.
It's definitely a marketing method for corporate, America.
Yeah. But we're in Canada.
We're in America. North America is more. Do we need to get the atlas out here? Go corporate America.
I'm trolling.
This guy cheeses me so. Corporate Canada. It's definitely a marketing campaign to make money. I think Valentine's Day is great. It's good to it's good to entertain it. Okay. It's good, it could be fun to get the chocolates and the flowers and try and be romantic like what you see in the movies and all that kind of stuff. But Valentine's Day, I think, is an excuse for people who weren't doing shit or weren't being nice or weren't being caring or giving or considerate any other day of the year. They're like, this is my day.
This is my day.
This is my chance to remove all my fuck-ups. February 14th, this is the day. Like, I think generally you should be a good person every single day. You should be treating your girl or your man nice and doing small things for them any day. It shouldn't take a day for you to be like, all right, this is the day I'm gonna do something. And then the rest of the year or until their next birthday, you're not doing shit. You know what I mean? I'm really indifferent about Valentine's Day. It's just a day.
I pretty much always.
If you don't do anything, I think if you don't do anything, then the pressure from the girl makes you feel like you should do something because, well, especially if you see things, because you can't avoid social media, especially. You can't avoid social media. You can't avoid the media. Yeah. If everyone else is doing something for Valentine's Day, this person got something for Valentine's Day. These gifts are here. This is just like, how are you going to be like, yeah, but I don't give a shit about Valentine's Day. Like, how do you do that?
Yo, I don't know if you ever experienced this, but I remember being like when I was in like elementary or like middle school or some shit. I vividly remember a couple times where like a guy literally bought roses or some type of flower for every girl in the class, right? Like he had someone come in and deliver it, so it felt nice for all the women and stuff, right? And I looked.
Do you rate that guy? Do you rate that guy?
You know what? I don't. I don't at all. I don't.
He tried to take.
Yo, I don't rate him because he's low key. Like, he didn't realize it back then, but he's like dirty dogging all of it. You know, because
that's the worst phrase, dirty dogging. I fucking hate that phrase.
Why do you hate
dirty dogging? It just sounds.
Do you know what dirty dogging is?
Yeah, I know what you mean by it. It just sounds hilarious.
But like,
dirty dogging. Go ahead.
I don't rate him at all. Like, I was thinking about this driving home today, right? Because I was like, oh, Valentine's Day tomorrow. And it's not even like back then. I was like, yo, fuck that dude. Like, literally 25-year-old Zamora is driving home. And he's like, yo, fuck the dude who bought roses for every girl in the class. Because then I felt pressured. I'm like, yo, now I got to do something, right? And I know
so you can't buy one rose Zamora. You can buy 25 roses. You can't buy one?
First of all, we know the man didn't buy roses himself. He got his mom or dad to do it, right? But
we know.
The reality is...
We know the secrets.
Like, that's what it relates to your social media point, right? How like you see stuff on social media and you feel like you got to do this, right? And I don't know, like even I was talking to my girl about it. It's the same thing. It's almost like an unwritten code.
It is.
You know what I mean? Like
plug our last episode, unwritten codes.
Check that out. But it's
actually almost, 2 episodes ago.
Yeah,
shit.
2 episodes. It's pretty much an unwritten code in the sense that I don't think women are ignorant to the fact that like some days of the year, in this case Valentine's Day, is specifically geared towards them.
Of course.
Right? So like no girl's ever gonna come out and outright say, listen, like Valentine's Day is like my day because I'm a woman, so you should, make sure you plan something nice for that day, right? It's expected that you do something for that day. Unless you and your partner have a conversation beforehand and figure out where it is you two sit on this wavelength that is called Valentine's Day.
It has to be a
like,
given.
That's the expectation. And, it's like that for a lot of other holidays too, right? Like Christmas time, when that time rolls around, I will not
compare Valentine's Day to Christmas.
No. I'm not saying in terms of like what you're supposed to do, like gifts and all that stuff, but like I guarantee there's a lot of people out there that believe like when Christmas time rolls around, you have to do something big for.
Oh, you mean like it's the same in terms of the unwritten requirement,
unwritten expectation.
Okay,
right. That's what I mean.
I thought you were talking in terms of the magnitude of type of holiday.
No.
It's like
no. Okay. They're not even closely the same.
No,
right. But like all these holidays, there is like a unwritten
and
expectation.
Christmas is also a marketing campaign.
It is
too.
the whole thing. Because if we know what Christmas actually stands for,
right.
It has nothing to do with what goes on around that time of the year, right? But there's always like these huge unwritten expectations of what you're supposed to do and what you can do, and it's just like, okay, at what point do you realize like this is getting out of hand? So to be honest, I can't think of a single holiday or day of the year that is like specifically geared towards men, right? And so before you say Father's Day or someone says Father's Day,
no.
Listen, let's be
okay. You say Father's Day is Mother's Day, so that doesn't.
Listen, let's be honest for a second. Yeah. If you compare what goes on for Mother's Day to what goes on for Father's Day, there may as well not be a Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, Dad. Little tap on the back.
Little tap on the back. You give him like some new cables, some new headphones or some shit.
But I mean, that's geared to the whole concept of women and their, I guess, what they bring to the world. You know what I mean? Like women are powerful in terms of they bring life to the world. And so we cherish mothers. It's just, we just do. Even I do. You cherish your mother and you're closer to your mother. You're more dear to your mother than your father. Not that you love them more. But that's your mom.
Okay, but if we're gonna play devil's advocate here, right?
I know it should be equal, but it's not.
Because listen, I know I'm not even gonna debate the fact that like yes, like I will naturally like put my mother in higher regard because like she had to carry me for 9 months, like I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. But also it's like my dad kind of played a part in that too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he stuck it in. You do you had to do.
Don't look at me. I hate you. But you know what
I mean, it takes two some more.
It does.
He did play a part.
A very minor part.
A part.
So I'm just digging myself a hole because you can't even compare. You can't even compare.
There isn't any.
The bottom line is for me, it's just like.
So are you doing something Valentine's Day tomorrow?
Yeah, I am.
What are you doing?
Dinner and a movie. It's very cliche. But
so you can do that on a Tuesday?
Well, tomorrow is Tuesday.
Shit. You can do that on a
Thursday? Tuesday, right?
Okay.
Too many Tuesdays at the movies.
Yeah. Listen,
how does that meme go? Where the dude's tapping.
This is why Zamor's a snake, okay? This guy realizes and takes advantage. I'm not going to say you're a snake.
Realize and take advantage.
I'm not going to say you're a snake. He actually...
Opportunist.
Opportunist. That is the best word. He goes, you know what? This is Zamor's mentality right now. You know what? Valentine's Day just happens to fall on a Tuesday. And you know what? Movies just happen to be discounted on Tuesday. What did I know about that? Nothing. Hey, you want to go to a movie when it's half off?
We need to talk.
We need to talk.
We need to talk. We need to talk. We need to talk.